All right, go ahead with any kind of questions.
Coach, have you ever had anybody hit that many threes against you that you can remember in a game?
You know what? It's not that I know of, but I mean they shot it well. We knew coming into the game that they were a very good three-point shooting team. They made the first two they make starting off. Number 11 hits in transition where we just lost her, and those are the things that we had talked about, the importance of making sure we communicated in defensive transition so that didn't happen. And unfortunately, we go on an 8-0 run to start the game, got momentum going, and then you give up back-to-back threes. So that kind of gave them a little bit of, excitement and fire. And from there on, boy, I mean, they shot it well. And they made a few tough ones. But once you start making them, you start to believe they're all going in. You go 12 of 26 from the three-point line, and they only made 22 field goals overall. We kept trying to say, make them finish a layup, make them finish a layup. And that's hard because you go all year of preaching help. Get help side, don't give up a layup. And now all of a sudden you're telling them, don't help. Do not help on the drive. Make them shoot a layup. Because they do a very good job of knowing what their strengths are. I mean, Eric does a fantastic job with that ball club. They're good. I mean, you're starting 3 freshmen and two sophomores, and your second leading scorer is a junior who comes off the bench. So it's a team that I was worried about because they had not quit. There are some teams you play, and they're waiting for spring break. But this ball club, they haven't. I watched them play Florida State. They're down 20 in the first half. They cut it to an 8-point game, their last home game of the year. So we knew it was going to be a ball game.
Did they kind of remind you of like Harry Britton's Villanova teams that you used to face?
A little bit. Harry's 5-player was normally always probably a little bit better of a three-point shooter. Sweeney back then when she was in the league. But I thought 42 did a really nice job of rolling at times. She ends up 3 for 3 from the field. But, what we did do a good job of it is when we did defend, we turned them over. I told our kids in the first half, I go, if they don't continue to turn it over, they're going to beat you because they're shooting 58% at the one point in time when I looked up, but they had 17 turnovers, and we were doing a great job of converting the turnovers into points.
Jeff, you talked yesterday about the senior class. Just talk about what they did. I mean, and then on senior night, I think it was 43 points and like 23 boards. I mean, they just continue to do amazing things for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch. I mean, it was fun to see them be able to be out there and play and put all 5 on the floor a lot together is what I wanted to try and do, and it was great that we could. I thought Shantae started off the game great. I mean, she gets offensive rebounds, she's putting it in, she's finishing. She was a big lift for us. I think she had the first 8 points of the game. Then Jude passed the ball extremely well again. She knocked down some shots, things that we're going to need from Jude. We're going to need her to knock down the open 3. 7 assists to 1 turnover. She comes up with 4 steals. She's playing a very solid floor game. Bria, 5 assists tonight, 7 steals. Did some really good things. And that's what we need from her. What? The biggest challenge for our ball club right now is we've got to find players, somebody on this team that can understand and see what's going on during the game. Jude hits a 3. The next time down the floor, we don't even throw her the ball. Mariah hits a 3. The next time down the floor, we don't even throw her the ball. That's what I'm challenging them with. I'm trying to get them to become just basketball IQ, smarter IQ players, to where when somebody's got something going, let's try to see if we can't get them another shot. That's one thing we did last year, and I thought we did pretty well. That Memphis game here, when Shoney hit the 8 straight threes or 7 straight threes, I mean, we look for every time down the floor. And those are the things I'm trying to get our current players to understand we've got to become better at. But the entire senior class, I thought Sarah played hard. It wasn't her best night shooting the basketball, but I thought she competed. I thought she did some great things. Sharon made I was really excited for her on the one-post move to see the ball go in. She's been through a lot. Her and Shantae with their injuries. That it was nice to see them both do well tonight and have success.
You had everybody that played significant minutes got a rebound. All but 2 got an assist, and all but 2 got a steal. How important is that to going into it, especially with a limited bench with Megan still not?
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, we have to continue to have good bench productivity. For us, that's an important part of our game. It's an important part of our identity as a team. We're going to have that on Sunday, where we're playing a very good Virginia team that just lost at Carolina by 2 tonight, I believe. So, they haven't quit. So we know it's going to be a battle. And then, you go from there to the ACC tournament, where it's going to be crazy. I mean, we're a 3 seed right now. We know that for sure with Duke's loss tonight. But we don't know who that 6 seed could be. It could be Duke. It could be, North Carolina. So it's not like you're sitting here looking at an easy game in that final ball game. So we know that we're going to have to continue to get better.
Do the Shibbles have any more young daughters? They have so many kids.
They've got a few, yes.
You're already. Jude talked a little bit about how you're portrayed in her book. Are you about that? Would you like to read that?
I have not seen it yet. I have not seen it. So, I definitely would like to see exactly what is being said. No, I'm really proud of Jude. Jude's had a great 4 years here. She came in as Shoney's little sister, obviously, but she's leaving as Jude Schimmel. I mean, there's no question about that. She's made a mark on things herself. She just, you look at her on the floor, and she gets a lot more done than anybody expects her to. And that's because of her basketball IQ and just her heart. So I was really, really excited for her.
Are you still Jamie's brother, or are you Jamie?
Always will be. You better believe it. You better believe it. Hey, that's one thing I'm proud to say. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I guarantee you that much. This is a crazy, crazy business. You have to find a way to get in.
You just talk about the fans. I mean, and again, as the year ends, I mean, almost 10-5 tonight.
Yeah.
On a Thursday night. And
no, our fans have been fantastic, and I always try to tell them that on the post-game radio, because I want everybody to understand we don't take any of this for granted. We've traveled on the road. I sat there and I told the kids tonight, I said, there's been a game or two where we've had more people at one game than some of our conference foes will have an entire season combined at home games. The ACC home games. So, I mean, it speaks volumes, and we don't just think it's every day that's what happens. That's why, the kids wanted to go around and wave to everybody after the ball game. They wanted to do that because they understand and they appreciate it. And that's why they're upstairs right now signing autographs in the Woodford Reserve Room until everybody's finished. Whoever wants an autograph, we're staying until everybody's finished. Last year, when we played UConn here, there was 22,000. The kids were up there till 1:30 in the morning. But I'm a big believer in women's basketball. If your fans can feel a part of it, if your fans can feel that they are actually a part of it and not just a fan, like it's part of them, then you'll continue to get them to come back. You have to reach out, and you've got to let your women's basketball fans know that, hey, you're a part of our success. You enjoy it, you enjoy the success, and you hurt as much when we lose too.
Was it your plan all along to let them all finish the game and come out together?
That's what I wanted to try and do, yes. I wanted them all to be able to get a good round of applause, each kid. That's why I tried to sub one person at a time. So each one could get a great, applause from the crowd. I thought our crowd was fantastic. And, we're fortunate that we were able to do that. It's nice when you're able to win that last game and you've got a little bit of a cushion to be able to do it. And I wanted them to be able to play as long as they could. So that's why I subbed it at a minute. I could have subbed at 2 or 3 and let some kids play, but I thought, let's let these seniors enjoy their time on the floor.
What's the range of NCAA seeding, you think? What kind of window are you looking at?
Well, I'm never right on this stuff. But I'm thinking 3 or 4 seed. The 3 seed is what I think we should get. I mean, when the NCAA, our RPI was out today, we were 6 in the RPI. So I would think a 3 seed is being optimistic.